Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another one of my course vlogs. Now I'm out here at Trump National, Los Angeles, one of the best ocean courses around this area, and it is really tricky and tough as well. Hey, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe down below. I'd love to have you back here week after week. And if you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Let's head out there to number one, straight up the hill and away from the ocean, all the way back down on the way down. Here we go.
Starting right here next to the public parking lot for the public park here at Trump National, there's the first hole. Yes, it's a public park. You can head down here anytime you like, take a picnic, head down to the beach, and you can see the golf course. You can pretty much get up close and personal, and hey, head on inside, book a tee time. This place is fantastic. A visually demanding golf course. There's a lot more width out there than you think, especially here on the first as we head straight up the hill to that green perched way up on top of the property. There's a lot of added length on this par 4 as it's really the only one that heads straight up the hill to the top of the property. And here from about 75 yards short of this green, I added about 10 extra yards even from that short. And well, I was just a little bit long of this flag. Now you can see the conditions I'm playing under. It was under maintenance conditions. But even with punched greens and overseeded fairways, this golf course was still in perfectly playable shape. Now, I headed back on a different day to fly the drone so you can see how the course has grown in fantastic. This is about 5 weeks after I played, and look how lush and green these fairways are. This is a golf course you don't want to miss if you're in the LA area, or if you live here, make sure you head on down. Find a deal, they're available online, and you can take advantage. This first par 5 of the day is pretty short, only 500 yards. Off the tee, there looks like there's nothing out there to hit, but a big, long, straight fairway is out there, no fairway bunkers until we get closer to the green, really protecting that approach if you're going to be laying up. And of course, this is a Pete Dye course, so the greens are going to be nasty all day long. Now, I also started this round on the back nine, so I was pretty warmed up and ready to go by the time I got here to my 11th hole of the day. A little cut up on top of the hill. I didn't quite get the bounce I wanted as the rough was a little grown out, and I guess if it's under prime conditions, the rough is going to be even more grown out, grabbing all of those golf balls. This is a nasty lie, just long of the hole here in this pot bunker.
Nope.
Should be a simple up and down here for birdie, but with the punched greens, anything goes. The greens did roll smooth. I gotta give them credit for that. They really took care of them and really made sure you can putt on them, but they were just so freaking slow. And normally they run at a glassy 12 or 13. Now, this third hole, the par 4 is tough and tricky. Right up on top of the hill, this fairway just sits perched up there on the side of the hill. You can't miss left. Anything on the hill is going to grab it. And if you miss right, well, it's going to kick down onto the other fairway and maybe even be lost in the brush. Trees on the right protect any approaches coming from long right. And this green is another one perched up on top, surrounded by deep bunkers. Except for that one on the left. It's a little volcano bunker, elevated above the green.
No, you hit it dead straight, Brett.
Tried to hit the cut off the tee again, and just another one that hung out on the left-hand side. A severe side hill lie here with the ball way below my feet. I had about 135 yards here and tried to hit my full gap wedge all the way there and just did not get it right. Up on that volcano bunker, up on the left, I did not hit a good chip shot and did not leave myself a comfortable look for par. About 10 feet under the hole, over the sandy green, and we leave it just a roll short. We got to take the bogey and head on down to the first par 3 of the day. I should really say head on up to the first par 3. This one's up on top of the property and is simply gorgeous from every tee box. About 10 to 15 yards down the hill, adjusted. This here was my 9-iron. Typically goes about 160 yards.
It's a lot of clubs. That should miss the middle of the green.
And it was just a touch right. Pin high, right-hand side of the green. This one was puttable from just off the fringe. It was tough to get that speed right. Just on out of the camera's edge here, I had a look at it from 4 feet and rolled it in for the par to head down to the toughest hole here on the golf course. There's a tee box back there stretched way back behind where you park your golf carts, stretching this par 4 out to nearly 470 yards. A little sliver of a fairway out there. This is a narrower one than we've seen all day, and it's perched up on top with bunkers down the left-hand side to collect any shot that can't get there or is offline. If you're a little off to the right, you could get a friendly bounce back down into the fairway, but left is death. Of course, because left is death, that green is perched way off on the left, forcing you to hit a great shot.
I almost missed it, dude.
Now, even with these trees right in front of me, I had to play a big cut. That was my comfortable shot, and I finally got it over to the right-hand side of the hole. But I had a lot left into this green, about 180 yards left. I took a big 7-iron and absolutely sent this thing over the trees.
I know you guys can't see me over here, but up and over the trees here. Coming up!
Was able to find my ball back there by the second green and get a club on it. Just trying to hit a 50-yard flop shot. I got lucky with it up on the green, had a long look at par, and salvaged the bogey from just beyond the hole. No doubles. We're looking for no doubles out here on this difficult golf course. As we head down to the next par 4, the 6th hole is nearly a carbon copy of number 5. It's just long, straight, and hard. 640 yards. Oh, what am I talking about? 460 yards of a par 4 here, number 6. Bunkers left and right, like you're going to see almost all day out here. It's a test from tee to green. Thank you, Pete Dye. This golf course is a little hidden gem out here on the tip of Palos Verdes. Coming into the green here, I mean, it's just like number 5. Another one perched out on the left, bunkers left and right, and long is death.
Cut a yard. It is. Just blading, huh?
Finally able to control the cut right down Main Street. We got 145 yards into this center flag. That should be a perfect pitching wedge, which I hit perfectly. The closest birdie putt I'm going to see all day. And we don't convert.
That's too hard and through the break. Run it.
Now, the 7th hole, a par 5, the longest hole on the golf course, 573 yards from the tips, and it might just be the narrowest hole on the golf course as well. Just a few stripes of fairway out there for you to find, and as we get closer to the green, it's just going to narrow up even more. Now, unlike the last couple holes, this time left will be a little bit okay and knock on down for you, and right down there in the bunker will just gobble up any golf balls that head on down. Know where you want to be on the right-hand side with those overhanging trees. As we come into the green, this one is elevated. It's kind of cool. Sitting up there with bunkers right and deep on the left, there's plenty of room for balls to come on into this green. And the back portion of the green is lower than the front. The smooth cut was really working for me now. Just 260 yards left to this pin.
Nope.
It was go time with the 2-iron, and I nearly missed it. Got a favorable bounce right out of the lip of the bunker. It's just kind of rolled right through and out. I had 116 yards left into this flag. A knockdown gap wedge was a perfect club, leaving me 15 to 20 feet under the hole. And it's another one that just rolls on by. Look at how much that putt just goes and goes, even with the sand on the green. These greenskeepers really know what they're doing out here at Trump. Now, the 8th hole is the hardest par 3 of the day. I don't care what you say about 17. This one is hard. 230 yards from the tips, almost all the way over water, especially if you got a hole location slammed on the left-hand side like we do today. Now, I really overdid it here, tried to get everything out of my 4-iron.
Let's dry, baby.
And hit it so far left, I was over on the 9th tee box. Just a simple little pitch shot, really, about 45 yards over the water and towards the flag. I left myself 3 feet, knocked it up there with the wedge, and knocked it in with the wedge as well. A nice, comfy tap-in par, and we can head down to number 9. Now, 496 yards, and this thing is a par 4. Now, the second hole was 504 yards and a par 5. This course might teach you a little bit that par might be irrelevant. You just got to get the ball in the hole. Tons of sand down the left. A gorgeous, gorgeous designed hole from the tee box. I really love this hole. Big, wide fairway down there, ultimately in the landing area, and the approach gets necked down by an artificial lake sitting up here in the middle of the property. Big kind of ski slope, though, on the right-hand side can really let any shot roll on into this green. But here from the tee, you can't see a thing. Just aim over the top of that volcano bunker and let it fly. About 240 yards to get to the fairway from the tips. I had no problem hitting it on down there.
That is pretty damn good. It might be a 3 yards short, but God, I flushed it.
One last chance for birdie here on the front 9 from a perfect lie just short of the green. That close from a birdie. Oh boy, that's all right. We'll see you all next week.
Later.